think Jarrett Stidham might actually be able to beat the New England Patriots. Let me show you why. Well, first of all, we know he hasn't played in the regular season game in a very long time, but back when he did play in a couple of games, here's one with the Raiders, he actually looked really damn good. Now, keep in mind, this is a few years ago, so obviously you're going to progress over time, but take a look at this play. They come on 13 personnel, 1 running back, 3 tight ends. We are trying to sell to the second level defenders that we are running the football. If you can establish the run, you can beat anybody. I promise you that. Right? So again, we are going to play fake here. Our tight ends are going to be blocking. We're going to get up to the third level, act like we're blocking, and then release out into the second level, third level of the defense. Right? So boom, we're going to roll out. We're going to force one of these guys to bite down. Now listen, we've got all of the space in the world here. And look at this throw on the run over the, that's a beautiful throw. The tight end, Darren Waller, he does not have to adjust at all. It's right in the breadbasket while on the run. I know it's open, but still, Jarrett Stidham is good enough. Now, let me show you what I am excited about with this game. So, the Denver Broncos right now, guys, when you look at it, they're one of the best defenses in football. That is going to be huge. If the defense plays well, they've got a chance to win this game. Now, one really important factor of this game is being able to establish the run. Right now, the Denver Broncos rank about 15th in the NFL when it comes to yards per carry, averaging about 4.4 yards per play. They also rank 13th when it comes to rushing touchdowns per game and 19th with rushing yards per game. They need to run the football. J.K. Dobbins might be back. You have R.J. Harvey. You have Jaleel McLaughlin. That is huge. Another big point of emphasis in this game is protecting Jarrett Stidham. The more you can protect him, the less mistakes he'll make. So with that being said, guys, I am actually very confident that this will be a closer game than people think. Now, Jarrett Stidham is also really good when it comes to manipulating defenses, and right here we're going to see an example of that. We're going to fake the handoff in this direction, but where that manipulation comes from is going to be this top side. We're going to be running this clear route. This wide receiver, his job is to take away not only this outside DB, but start to run towards that safety. If we can get both of these guys to bite back on this as we cross over the middle of the field with Davante Adams, we leak the block and release out into the flats to bite down the outside flat defender. This could end up working out beautifully, right? So boom, play action fake, drop back. We're going to stare immediately at this go ball, right? Why? Because we want both of these guys to be following, right? So boom, you see this outside DB look back at the quarterback. He wants to see where he's looking, and because he's looking right at him, he follows it. Boom. Now you get 1, 2 guys overcommitted there. This guy's going to bite down on the little flat route by the running back, the block and release. And then look at Davante Adams wide open in the second level. We hit him in stride. Beautiful job. 27-yard pickup again. This dude is actually pretty good at football, guys. Now, where things get interesting is the Patriots defense is actually really damn good as well. They are currently 3rd in the NFL in points allowed per game. We know this will probably be a defensive show. The Denver Broncos will need to outplay the expectations to help Jarrett Stidham stay in this game, probably because the Patriots defense is so good. But what concerns me is the Patriots run defense is also really damn good, ranking 10th in the NFL in yards per carry, ranking 5th in the NFL in rush yards allowed per game, and ranking number 2 in rushing touchdowns allowed per game. Right now, I will say a lot of this comes from their schedule this season and being able to just outplay their opponents early and force teams to pass the football, right? Makes sense. If you're up by 15 with, the second half of the game left, most teams are going to be passing the football. And I feel like that happens a ton. When you look at their pass defensive rankings, they're not great. And that's because most teams have to pass the football. Again, it all comes back together, right? Now, what I like about it is they rank 16th in QB sack percentage versus the number 1 pass protection offense in football. That could be really good for Jarrett Stidham. Also, when you look at the Pats offense, 27th in QB protection. The Broncos, let's look at their defense. Number 1 in the NFL in sack percentage. This is key. Get pressure on the quarterback, guys. Get pressure. And really quickly, before we dive back into it, do me a big time favor, guys. Hit the like button, but also subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and we will be breaking down the Broncos, the Patriots, and the rest of the NFL throughout the season and the offseason. Free agency, coaching hires, everything. We got you covered. Join the family. Turn on your post notifications. That way you're notified. And comment down below a score prediction for this game. But let's get back into it. Once again, coming on 13 personnel, wide receiver out way wide to the field side. Again, we're trying to sell the run here. You see the safety playing towards the middle. We're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion, trying to move some of these second-level defenders over to this side of the field, even if it's ever so slightly, because we're going to be hitting this little seam with Darren Waller. Now, I like how he utilizes his personnel because Darren Waller is a bigger body tight end. So when you want to throw him the ball of the middle, make sure it's a high point. Make sure only he can get it. So boom, we drop back. We see Waller kind of expose the second level of this defense by just getting behind it. And then boom, ball is out on time. And look at it. It's high pointed, which means if my guy doesn't get it, nobody's getting it, right? That this so high, Waller goes up, plucks it out of the sky, and comes down with a 24-yard pickup. I would say it's a pretty damn good throw. Pretty damn good throw. I know it's maybe a little bit higher than you guys would want, but at the end of the day, 24-yard pickup. And this is against the starters. It's not like it's the backups, man. I'm confident. I really am. NFL playoffs are officially here, and Sleeper is a place where you can potentially over 1,000 extra money. I tend to play it safer than a lot of other people, but you guys can do what you want. But I will say, I have so much fun. I want to show you what I'm putting in. Before I do so, though, take a look at this, right? If you use my promo code DUBS, they're going to give you a 100% match up to $100, which means if you put in $100, they're going to give you $100 to use, right? If you put in 50, they'll give you 50. If you put in 20, right, they'll match it up to $100. Make sure you guys do that if you haven't already done so. But also, here are my picks. We're going to go Matthew Stafford higher than 200 passing yards. Devontae Adams higher than 40 yards. Kyren Williams higher than 40 rushing yards. Listen, the Bears are one of the worst run defenses in football. Kyren Williams is going higher. Trust. Caleb Williams, higher than 175 passing yards. I feel like they might be down in this game. They might have to pass the ball. I think that's doable. And then Rome Odunze, higher than 35.5 receiving yards. That one I'm a little bit iffy about. Who knows if or how much Rome Odunze is going to be. I think he won't be shadowed, but I do think he'll get some good targets. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys are doing. And again, use promo code DUBS. You'll get a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 states. So check out Sleeper today. Okay, and then you take a look at a play like this, and I'm just like, I don't understand how people say he's not accurate or he's not good enough. I mean, take a look at this throw. We're basically going to get this little stop and then out route here by Devontae or by Darren Waller. Then we're going to get this fade to the back left pylon. We know the two hardest throws to make in football are the speed out, because if you underthrow, it's probably a pick six, but also the fade. To get that to the back pylon, it's extremely hard to do, right? So look at this throw. Drops back. Again, sees this guy connected to Darren Waller. We know this is a one-on-one matchup. Once we see that we have this one-on-one, throw the ball. Look at the placement of this thing. Look at the placement of that football, guys. Unbelievable job. Jarrett Stidham is a lot better than I think people. I think he's better than people think. Now, it's going to be very crucial that the Broncos defense steps up, gets pressure on Drake May, and stops their run game, while on vice versa, I think the Broncos will need to establish the run game with RJ, with JK. I think if they can establish the run, this game is going to be up for grabs. It's going to be up for grabs. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Peace.